What is going on, everybody? I just received my Wave XLR Pro. I didn't even know this came out. I was waiting for it since I did get a headset that needed basically one of these. Anyways, yeah, I went ahead and ordered it. It arrived 3 days after. I had an opening recorded, but the video didn't come out good. So yeah, you get the aftermath. Anyways, I thought I figured I'd go over it and then kind of go over the settings to see whether or not it helps you out and also help you determine whether or not you like to go ahead and purchase it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So here is the Wave XLR box. It comes with the device. It also comes with the cable that you need, obviously, to connect it. So you can see there's that. Get the instructions as well. The cable will be in here, the XLR will be in here. So let's move on to the main device. Here it is. As you can see, it is already connected. It uses a USB-C to connect to the PC, and then here you have the headset connections. But let me go ahead and actually go over it. There goes a cable. So as you can see in the front, you're allowed to connect one headset and the mic. So that's pretty cool. Now, if we go to the back, you're gonna see that you're actually able to connect 2 mics here, a second headset here alongside the mic as well with the insertion. And then you get a line in and line out. Host and aux. You're going to be connecting it into the host so that it is getting powered, and that is basically how you do that. So once you go ahead and connect it, you go ahead and just plug in your headset. For reference, I'm using this Beer Dynamic. It is the DT900 Pro X. I had the Razer Barracuda Pro X, or it might just be Pro, but this part on both sides was already tearing up, and yeah, it wasn't holding too well. But yeah, this is my new headset. Pretty simple. This device in itself is really useful, especially if you're doing something like podcast, as you're allowed to connect 2 mics, 2 headsets and so forth, and just use one device for both of them. That is tremendously useful. Now, I am considering doing a podcast sometime soon, but I'll let you know more about that later on. Yeah, pretty slick. It doesn't take up a lot of space, if I'm being honest. It feels really good. Yeah, I'm really eager to see what it is that I'll be doing with this moving forward, aside from obviously gaming. Now, the AUX or the aux that you see back here can be used to connect other devices such as your camera. You can connect your laptop to it if you're using it for, settings or podcast or whatever. You can also go ahead and connect other devices that you could use to control what is going on here, such as sound and all that, but we do already have a program for it, so you really don't have to worry much about that. But yeah, there's just so much that you could do with this. It's such a small device, lots of capabilities, only limited to your imagination. I do have a Shure MB7 Plus as well. Let me see if I can twist this over here. This is the one that I use all the time. I am using a USB-C though, so I do need to buy the specific cable so that I can go ahead and add it to the back here, so the quality does sound better. I'm actually gonna order one right now. This serves as a good reminder. Yeah, let's jump into the app. All right, so once you connect your device, you should get the Wavelink app to appear. Now, if you have it already, then you should be pretty much good to go, as the device will automatically be recognized. However, if you happen to appear with this screen that you see currently, where it's kind of looking for your device, that means that your driver is missing. So what you will need to do is head over to the website to download the app again, and then you'll go ahead and be able to just update it from there. It's pretty simple. Now, if you don't have the app, then you're going to want to obviously go ahead and download it. So as you can see here, we're gonna install the driver. That way it does recognize our device. Just go ahead and accept everything. Feel free to read through it if you want. Follow the instructions, pretty simple. Okay, so as you can see here, the Elgato Wavelink is now being downloaded and it's opening. So this is what it currently looks like. It shows you what you have installed. You have your mixing area where you can create your own settings. As you can see here, the Wave XLR Pro is now being recognized in the application. And here we go. This is currently what it looks like. The nice thing about this is that you're able to click the Get Started application or the button here. And what it's going to do is update the Wave XLR Pro, which obviously needs to be updated, especially if they've been having these, just laying around. They haven't been updated for a while. So just go ahead and update the firmware. You're going to see the Elgato Wavelink basically restart. Now, if you look at your left, it shows you what you currently have, but we're currently not interested in that. Go ahead and click Get Started. Again, what's nice about this is that it tells you what every single button does, what you can do with it. That's pretty neat. So like I mentioned before, you're able to connect two mics, two headsets. You're able to connect other devices to the Wave XLR Pro so that you can control it. Then obviously the host where you should be connecting to it. Gives you some tips on how to place your mic. Also tells you the stuff that you can do, with your mics, your headset. And then if you do have your headphones connected, then you can go ahead and test that out to make sure that the audio is coming out nice and neat. You typically don't want to put your headphones too high, as obviously it can damage your ears, but it's understandable. Everybody has, different hearing limits. If you use OBS and you're kind of familiar with this, you can monitor your voice just to make sure that everything's good to go. Again, you can change the input level, which is what's going to be used for your mic. That way you sound louder or lower. If you're gaming, then you might have a separate setting for this within the game. And then on the left, again, it gives you the options to mess around with whatever you already have connected. I only have the headphones connected, therefore I only have to worry about the headphones at this time. But yeah, once you have your mics connected and additional headphones, then you can use this app in itself to change everything and all the settings. And again, you can save these settings and add them to your personal mixer, which is pretty simple. You just select it and bam, there you go. Your settings are saved and now you're currently using them. Again, I don't have all this set up. I'm barely getting there. So yeah, this is all gonna remain blank. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The application is pretty neat. The device is also really nice as well. The application itself gives you, a tutorial, which is great as well. But let me know what you think. Is this something you're considering buying? I already have it, so obviously I recommend it. I'm excited to see what else I can do with it. Like I mentioned before, I might start a podcast or, do a few things with it here and there. You can also connect it to your Stream Deck. That way you can go ahead and control it through there, but it's not necessary. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know what other videos you might be interested in. See you on the next one.